Hey movie freaks, welcome back to my channel. So as you can tell from the title, I'm going to be going over my top 20 disaster movies. I would kind of say I'm not going to do like zombie apocalypse or anything like that because I don't know, it just doesn't fit into my category. But I didn't put these in order as to like my liking. I put them in the order that they were released. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and jump into it. I have most of them. There are a few that I don't have. So I'll show you the cases of the ones that I do have. So the first one, this one came out in 1996, and everybody knows this one as Independence Day. This is one of the first ones that I actually watched with my dad and my mom. This and Twister, we watched this on his surround sound that he had bought, so this brings back a lot of memories. Basically, this one is an alien invasion if you don't know about it. Stars Will Smith and a bunch of other, you know, like Bill Pullman and Jeff Goldblum. So this is an amazing movie. The second one, it was okay. I wouldn't buy it, so that's why I don't have it. The second one is one of my favorite all-time movies, Twister. Careful, buddy. This one came out in 96 as well. Like I mentioned before, this is probably one of the first ones that I did watch on my dad's surround sound and got me into movies. So basically, just the Midwest is plagued by a series of tornadoes, and this one has I can't think of her name, Helen Hunt and Bill Paxton in it. And this one probably is in my top 5 movies of all time that I love. The next one came out in 1997, and it is Volcano. So if you don't know about Volcano, it stars Tommy Lee Jones, and basically I think he's a seismologist, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, he is basically advised that there's going to be a volcano after a series of earthquakes in California. There is one, and it basically is disastrous. And I don't find this movie cheesy at all. I think it is super fun, and I absolutely love this one. So the next one I don't have, it is, Dante's Peak, and that one came out also in 1997, and he wants to say hi. Say hi, movie freak. Dante's Peak is basically a volcano exploding in, I want to say Malaysia. Don't quote me on that one, but it's not in the United States, it's in a different country. And that one has Pierce Brosnan in it, and I actually remember watching this movie in my great aunt's house when I was spending the night for, I think it was a wedding or something like that. It was a long time ago. But yeah, the next one up is Deep Impact. I remember this movie was a good movie, but I tried watching it the other day and it just seemed super slow, and I just wasn't. I was trying to watch it with my husband. He's like, this movie's boring, and I was kind of like, no it's not, but then in my mind I was like, yes it is. But it is a good movie. I just wasn't into it, I guess. And it has Elijah Wood and Tia Leone, I think that's her name. But this one came out in, what did I say, 98? Yeah, 98. And the next one up is Armageddon. I don't have that one, which I don't know why I don't have that one. And that one came out the same time as Deep Impact, and which is 98. And they kind of competed with each other, and I think I like Armageddon a lot more. It's a little more cheesier, but it has a lot more action in it. And the next one we have is The Day After Tomorrow. This one came out in 2004. This is one of my faves, and this one stars, what's his name? Dennis Quaid and Jake Gyllenhaal, who is one of my favorite actors. This one is super realistic because it could happen, you know, Ice Age, whatever. So, yeah, check that one out if you haven't seen that one, which I'm pretty sure you have. Next up is War of the Worlds. This one came out in 2005, and it has it stars Tom Cruise and Dakota Fanning in it. And I can watch this movie all over and over again. It never gets old. I love the visuals in this movie, and it is super believable. And basically, if you don't know what it's about alien invasion. And it destroys basically the world because they come up from the ground. So, yeah. Next one came out in 2006, and it is Poseidon. Now, I added this one because it is a natural disaster in the ocean because there's a huge wave. And look at that lenticular, isn't that cool? But this one has Kurt Russell and Richard Dreyfuss. I mean, it has a lot of actors in it, and basically what it is a wave hits Poseidon, this boat, and it flips it over, and they're basically turned upside down and trying to escape this boat. It's a super fun movie. It's a little bit cheesy in parts, but I actually enjoy it, so yeah. Now the next one I have, which I don't like actually, but I mean, there's some parts I do like. I don't know, it just seems weird to me, but is The Day the Earth Stood Still, the one with Keanu Reeves. That one, oh goodness, that one came out in 2008, and I wasn't a big fan of it at first, but when I started to watch it, I kind of liked it. But if I had to put it on my list anywhere, I think it would be in the lower part of it. It's not one of my faves. Stop, Bella. So the next one up, which I just watched the other day and was just entertained to the max, is 2012. This one basically is a lot like, what am I thinking of? Deep Impact, but without the comet. And this one has John Cusack in it, and he does an amazing job in this movie. Basically, the Earth's core gets hot or something like that, I can't remember, and earthquakes just keep happening, and the ground opens up, California, you know, falls into the ocean, and it's just disaster after disaster. And it's just, I mean, it's a fun movie, but it's scary at the same time. And I'm pretty sure everybody's seen this movie. So they end up building these boats. What? You want to see it? They end up building these boats, but it's only for a select amount of people, and you have to pay, I think it's like $1 million a seat, which is outrageous. And the next one up is Skyline. Now, I totally forgot about Skyline until I started like scamming my movies and figuring out which ones I wanted to add. So basically this movie is, oh goodness, hold on guys. Basically this movie is alien invasion, but it doesn't seem like it at first because like all these just weird things start happening, and there's not a lot of known actors in it, but you know, basically they're on vacation and they're up in this loft, and all of a sudden weird stuff starts happening. And this one came out in, what did I say this one was? 2010. So it has really good special effects, which I enjoyed, and the tagline down here is "Don't look up." Alright, so the next one, help him! The next one up is Knowing. This one came out in 2009, and this has Nicolas Cage in it. Well, move him out from under there.
Jesus.
This one has Nicolas Cage in it, and it has some child actors in it. And this young man right here, I can't think of his name right now, but he did a great job. And this one also is like alien, but it doesn't seem like it throughout the movie because there's like a code that he has to crack, and it was put in a time capsule. It's just kind of a weird timeline, but it's a really good movie. Give it a chance if you haven't seen that one. And then the next one I don't have, but I do want to buy because I just watched it the other day because it is eerie. That is identical to what's going on right now with the coronavirus. It's called Contagion, and that one came out in 2011. So, I mean, basically everything's the same, and I will be reviewing this movie. I think I'll do it maybe the next video after this, but I'm not sure. But it's just everything's almost exactly the same. And, you know, it kills billions of people, and it's just really eerie how alike it is. And the next one is Super 8. I'd forgotten about this one too until I started scanning through my movies, and I remember the first time I watched this one, I didn't like it, and I watched it again, tried to give it another chance, and I loved it. This one has Ella Fanning in it, and you know, a bunch of her friends down here, they are filming a video, and they catch this like government train that crashes, and I think it's alien as well. If I remember correctly. But yeah, super good one. I like this one a lot. Okay, and the next one, which I don't have but I'm on the hunt for, is The Impossible. So The Impossible has Ewan McGregor in it, and it's basically their families, him and his Bella. Him, his wife, and his 2 sons are on vacation when a tsunami hits. They are separated instantly, and one of the boys is with the mom, and she basically doesn't know where everybody went, and they just have to find each other throughout the whole film, and they kind of pass, you know, paths along the way without seeing each other, and it's really heartbreaking because I don't know what I'd do if I didn't know where my kids were after a natural disaster. So the next one up is, of course, you can't have a disaster movie list without San Andreas with Dwayne Johnson and Carla Gugino, if I said that right. This is one of our favorite movies. We like watching this. Basically, there's an earthquake and just disaster happens one after another, and it's super fun. Basically there's a magnitude 9 earthquake in California that just like terrorizes. This one came out in 2015, and I can't believe it's been 5 years since this movie came out. Like, can you guys believe that? 5 years since this movie came out. It feels like only 2. So, you know, this may seem cheesy to people, but I actually, you know, enjoy this movie. And the next one I got is The Wave. And this one came out in 2015. Now, if you guys don't like foreign films, or if you don't like reading subtitles, give this movie a chance. This is one of the better foreign movies that I've watched. It's Norwegian. It's Norwegian, and the actors in it, I want to recognize one of them, but basically they're in this small like town that's in an isolated, I don't want to say island, I don't know how to explain it, but this wave comes and basically destroys the town, and they're trying to, you know, survive it. and it's really good. So you guys should definitely check this one out. And this one came out 2015, I think I said. But look at that cool lenticular. Isn't that cool? And the next one, which I have not seen yet, but I watched, I think, a couple parts to it, and I heard it's really good. This one's got Gerald Butler in it, Ed Harris, which I love. I love Ed Harris. I love all of his movies. It's Geostorm. And this one came out in 2017. So basically this one, after a series of natural disasters threaten the planet, the world's leaders come together to create an intricate network of satellites to control the global climate, keeping everyone safe. But then the satellites end up turning against them. So I'm excited to watch this one. I just don't know when I will watch it. And last but not least, which I do not have yet, is The Quake. That one came out in 2018. Basically, it's from the same people that did The Wave. And it has the same lenticular. Ami, come here, buddy. Come here, mama. Basically, it's by the same people that did that movie, and it's also a foreign film. And I really want to watch that one. I just haven't gotten around to it. Will you grab him, Logan? But yeah, that is it for my list of disaster movies. If you guys have any that you would like to add to the list that you want to suggest that I watch, make sure you comment down below. Also, give me a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I want to thank everybody that has subscribed. If you have seen any of these movies that I haven't seen, like The Quake and Geostorm, let me know what the movie's like without spoilers, so I can kind of know what I'm going to be heading into. So that is it for my video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.